Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Do you like football, but you got some other ideas that you'd like to put out there on the internet? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record this thing? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I even find advertisers? How do I end up doing what I'm doing right now? The answers to every one of these questions is really simple. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Trust me, we did it. We actually started on a different service, Libsyn, and then we moved over to Anchor because we were tired of paying money for nothing. It's not worth it. Come do this thing for free and use your phone to record your stinking podcast. Yeah, we use real mics, but you can just call up your friends and record what you want to talk about and put it on the internet. And that's what we're all doing, right? So if you're ready to start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start.
This is Laces or Faces, an NFL podcast from two dudes who follow Adam Schefter on Twitter.
I'm Woody.
I'm Dibs.
And this week we talk about
Favorite commercials that are soon to be extremely annoying.
Bell's incredible rap career.
We can go see the Los Angeles Rams for less than it is to get a beer.
And those who fudged our fantasy.
Jerks. We're back with the networked commercial deal, so don't worry, guys. We'll only see them 6 million times. What was one of your standout, your favorites that here in probably next week you're going to hate?
We've talked about it in past episodes how Aaron Rodgers he's gotten
refocused.
And it looks like he's traded her in for a nice, sweet little State Farm dog.
That dog is adorable, dude. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's because it's with Rodgers and I'm a homer, but when he throws a football to it on the beach and he catches it.
If I could get a dog that could catch a football.
That's my type of dog.
I don't need kids.
I will sell Gambino.
Yeah,
worth
it.
I'm definitely over the OBJ. I guess he's doing a press conference
every 3 minutes.
It's Verizon, man, because there's one with Norman as well, where he's making fun of Des Bryant
with butter hands. And I love Thomas Middleditch, but I'm about over him right now.
I am too, dude.
I get that you're the cool nerd and stuff.
Right. Like Silicon Valley, he's the man, but I know his Verizon crap, I'm literally sick of his face.
And I also really like the underlying NFL was like, hey, we're going to do less commercials this year, but actually we're just going to put a box in a box. So you get to watch the live game, but we're still going to shove a commercial down your face.
I saw that on CBS. It was they just shoved the commercial to the right and the game to the left.
Which of course the commercial had a bigger square too.
Yeah, and I was honestly just watching I think it was the Raiders Titans. I was honestly just watching the Raiders and Titans stand around because that was more interesting than the commercial. Bud Light usually has good commercials. They're usually at least funny. But I think we probably first saw this one Thursday night.
It was funny the first time.
It was. I laughed the first time, and then literally I was like, oh my God, if I ever hear that guy say that again.
Bud Light here. What does he say?
Bud Light here.
Let's go, Bud Light here.
Oh, God.
Bud Light here.
Sorry, bringing back memories.
I am excited for this next piece, though.
Yeah, I only saw this commercial once.
Me too.
So when I saw it, I was like, well, we're going to have to check this out. So Corona is doing a commercial where you can call Coach Gruden. So
the GOAT.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to give him a call.
Hey, this is Coach Jon Gruden, and you've reached the Gruden line. Just enter your birth date with a 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit.
Oh, we're learning Woody's age.
You know those numpads. Good for you.
I thought you were 20.
All right. Looks like you're of the proper cerveza age.
Yes,
Time to get those fingers limber. To create a better game day with my Audibilizer, press 1. To get a personalized game time nickname, press 2.
Ooh, I like that.
To enter the Corona Game Day Sweepstakes, press 3. No purchase necessary.
Oh.
For sweepstakes details, press 9.
No one cares.
Or hear me say all that one more time, press pound.
I do love his voice.
Well, I wanted an Audibilizer.
I don't know what that is.
Welcome to the Audibilizer, where you can get all the advice you need to have a better game day. To go back to the main menu, just hit star at any time.
No, John.
If you've got Corona but are fresh out of limes, press 1. If you're trying to flip a coin between Corona
cans
actually
or drinks
bottles,
Corona, do they?
press 2.
No.
If you've got Corona but no opener, press 3. If you think you should use a 3-4 defense instead of a 2-4-5 defense, press 4.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're tailgating in enemy territory, press 5. If you want to hear all that again, press pound.
3-4 defense.
Are you kidding me? How are you going to maximize versatility against a 4 wide receiver offensive set? Call over cover 93 with an empty one code blitz check. To create a better game day with my Audibilizer, press 1.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that was fun.
That was great.
Thanks for listening to Jon Gruden on the phone.
It seems like there's like 4 or 5 options there.
I'll go next week.
Next
week we'll go back to the second option.
Option 2 next week? All right. Stay tuned, folks. So we gotta finish out our Hard Knocks recap. It was the last episode last week, so we got to see everyone get cut.
No, I'm gonna miss a couple guys.
We're gonna miss a couple. We already talked about Riley. Still don't know his last name. I did get that wrong
Riley
last week. But anyways, we are gonna miss him. We already know the spoiler alert from Schefter. We're sad about that. But we saw Riley and good old Kirk Cousins, shaking hands at the end. Kirk just gave like some nice fatherly advice. Kirk's
also really into this thing where he wears a T-shirt under his tiny jersey.
It makes him look bigger.
Oh my gosh, it cracks me up.
I know they're Michigan State dudes, so I guess maybe that's why he even cared who he was. But then the annoying, immature like kid of a receiver, Bobo. Is his
Don't
name.
even know his real name.
Yeah, I just know it's Bobo, and that he had a terrible attitude all the time, but. He got to the practice squad, I think, right?
Yeah, he did. Well, it was like just in time.
Just in time.
Though this could have been edited for us to think that he didn't get there until like 3 minutes before 1 o'clock.
He's got 3 minutes or he's off.
Oh man, if he doesn't want to be here, then just forget it.
Forget it. Who else got cut? I think that was it that I really even cared about.
Well, the Snoop Dogg's
McNichols.
Yeah,
he turned them down. He wanted he just wanted to be back on the West Coast.
Yeah, he did. I sort of understood it, but they were pretty like butthurt about it.
They were like, well, if he doesn't want to stay, then screw him.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, he just wanted to go to those packed out Niners games, so I understand. It was cool to see Jameis and like Mike Evans. They were getting really excited for Bobo and Cepho.
So I put it on our Instagram, but that video where Jameis is running down the sideline and he goes to like high five Dirk
Dad,
and he's not into it at all.
And he wears those like evil glasses at the tip of his nose, just like son. Yeah, that was funny. And then of course, totally natural, exclusive dinner for all the stars.
Yeah, all the guys that make the most money on this team. Why don't we put you in like this fish?
Some typical Florida place with like gators for door handles. It's very Florida of them.
But they put them in the back room, so they had like their own private area.
And then they spent like 10 minutes talking about how funny McCoy is. So,
oh gosh,
that was good. We are gonna miss Hard Knocks, man. I don't know. We don't find out who it is till like a month before, right?
Later. But we gotta. That just leads me to who's gonna be all or nothing this year. We have to. I don't know why it's always a surprise later on, but we should be able to see that on the sidelines. I'll catch it on the All 22 this week.
Absolutely. Maybe someone whose season is going a little downhill. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. They might be Hard Knocks candidates next week.
That's true.
Next year. The Patriots lost, guys.
Guys, the curse is real. I told you already, the Madden curse is upon us.
I believe you. I do now.
Tom Brady has 0 touchdowns.
0 touchdowns, guys.
They're the second worst team in the AFC East.
Dolphins haven't played yet, but...
That's true. But I shouldn't say second then. They are the worst.
They are the worst. Yeah, right now they are still the worst. It's great. Yep. It's good times in the NFL. Unfortunately, though, Travis Kelce... I thought he was more mature this year.
Well, he is more mature. He matured over the offseason. Andy Reid, who's lost some incredible weight.
He looks great, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's running or I did read he was on paleo.
Oh.
Which I've heard works really well. Maybe Whole30.
That's serious.
Yeah. But he said he did say he's not going to trim that mustache. So that's where the power
That's where all
lies.
the power is. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, Travis Kelce said he had matured since the offseason.
Clearly got rid of the diamond earrings.
Yep. And then 3 quarters, not even 2. You got a half in and he nutted a guy with the ball.
I saw that. Hey,
Which, he was getting shoved in the face.
Right.
So, but if you react by just shoving the football in your
what I think it was is these guys, a lot of these guys live off like testosterone.
It's true.
And protein. And so they're attracted to other testosterone areas. He was just trying to get testosterone out of...
It's like a dog. You got to smell where you want.
Exactly. He was trying to receive testosterone from the Patriots defender by nutting him with the ball. It probably worked, but...
I do want to touch on the fact that I forgot how much I hated Tom Brady's ankle warmers.
leg warmers.
Oh god, they're the worst.
He's a dancer, man.
I don't understand
Dancing
it.
around that pocket.
And his shoes are sparkly, so he just looked like Annie. What's her name?
Dorothy?
Dorothy, yeah.
He's all-American, man.
I mean, yeah, Tom Brady pretty much is Dorothy.
Basically. The Wizard of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's probably pissed about their fantasy team because
so
0 touchdowns for Brady.
So we decided, who fudged your fantasy team this week?
Who did it? We got Brady number 1. I don't think I drafted him, but I
didn't draft him.
I know he didn't.
I figured Goodell would figure out a way to get him off the field.
Right.
So I was like, nah, I'll just play it safe.
Right. Unfortunately, injury. He did come back in the game, I think, but David Johnson went out, right?
But he's hurt. Yeah, his wrist is dislocated.
So
we don't know if he's out the rest of the year or just a couple months. Or...
Definitely going to be limited, though.
Yeah.
That sucks. He's like usually a first pick for everybody.
Oh, he was the number 1 pick.
That's awesome.
I was like, I'm not going to believe the hype this year. I'll tell you, the guy that really fudged everybody was Kareem Hunt. And you want to know why? Because nobody started him.
Nobody started him. One of our fans and friends of the show, shout out Tasty if you're listening, he actually did draft him.
He did, yeah.
So he knew about that one, but I had no idea. I didn't know he was going to be the number 1 guy in Kansas City. Fumbled the first play and then showed out.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I don't even know what he ended up with, but...
It was near 30, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure he's off every waiver wire in every league I'm in. But anyways, another unfortunate surprise. Le'Veon Bell didn't play really that great.
Yeah, he personally fudged 3 of my 4 teams.
I guess he probably was spending a little too much time on his rap videos.
Oh, man, those videos, those songs...
It's really good. I mean,
gosh, I'm a Steelers lifer, and I'm just like, I can't.
Hey, sometimes your sons disappoint you, and you can't support them.
I know.
But yeah, he's trying real hard to have a retirement option as a rapper, and here, we'll give you a little piece. This is what it sounds like.
I was born to get a win. 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 Hey. I was born to get a win.
That's pretty much it.
So I know this is, great radio. You can't see the video, but it looks amazing. Like definitely shot on a couple iPhone 7s.
Definitely a couple, maybe not even a 7, maybe on a 6.
So thankfully Woody's available, Le'Veon Bell. So if you're listening,
so please.
Happy to fly up to Pittsburgh and hook you up. Some other Steelers players did pretty well this week, right?
They did.
I didn't watch the game, but
I don't want to be too much of a homer, but I just want to point out the fact that Ben Roethlisberger has won more games in Cleveland than any Cleveland quarterback since 1999.
Which is 47 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, right.
But
what are they at, 20, 25,
I don't
26?
even know.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
That jersey. I want one of those jerseys.
Ben showed out, man. He's the best quarterback in Cleveland. He's Cleveland's...
he didn't even show out this week, but
he really didn't.
He's the best quarterback in Cleveland.
He really didn't, but honestly, Cleveland DBs are some of his best receivers usually.
That's true.
He did have a really nice block.
Yeah.
But dude, shoved him down. I saw.
He did, but he was totally flopping.
Oh, okay.
He's playing old man flop,
Sure.
trying to get that senior flag.
Right, right. Don't hurt old Ben in the first week. But yeah, he had a nice. He just locked onto this dude's leg.
Just holding on to those ankles.
That works though. I've done that. It does work.
Another team that's not winning in their city.
Indianapolis Colts.
Good grief.
Poor guys.
I feel real bad for them.
I don't, but
yeah, you're right.
Ever since Peyton Manning left, it's never been great. They had some faith in their old Stanford kid, Andrew Luck. But I don't know if he's going to start this year.
No, I mean, it's already been Schefter confirmed this week that he's not starting next week. So that makes me think, what kind of things are going to happen before Andrew Luck starts again?
A lot of things could possibly happen.
Maybe RG3 will become a free agent. Maybe he could be the quarterback.
Colts. That's a good potential opportunity there. Along the same lines, Johnny Manziel wants to coach college football, so he might head coach Texas A&M before that happens.
You or I might have a kid.
Yep. I really hope that doesn't happen. But Roger Goodell might be dethroned before Luck's back. And that might be Luck's probably just holding out for that. One other thing that might happen, because we just found this out.
Career change, both
of us. On the side of the podcast, we're both applying to be the Titans' new waterboys.
And the reason is because they make $53,000 on average.
Man, that makes me so mad. Because they get all the cool gear, they get to run to all the players and, rehydrate them.
You want some water? Yes, yeah.
No, okay, I'm not offended that you just shoved me away. They might have like biology years, because like I don't know if you know this, but water is 2 parts hydrogen, one part oxygen.
Yeah.
So it's not just some schmucks, pouring water into these things. Like they're actually
bunch of Bobby Bouchers out there.
Exactly. They're actually sciencing back there. So that makes sense why they make mid 50s.
And if we were making $53,000, you know what we could afford?
Some spending cash, bro.
Yeah, and we could go to a Rams game.
Heck yeah. For how much?
$6.
$6 is the cheapest ticket to the Rams game. But hey, dude, I would have bought a $6 ticket if I would have known they were going to beat the freaking worst team in the league right now, the Colts. We just talked about them. They beat them 46-9, dude.
Garbage.
$6 is cheaper than buying a beer at Nissan Stadium. I mean, it's probably like even a Bud Light. I'm pretty sure it's $8, dude.
You could get 2 tickets for the Rams game for less than a parking pass for the Titans.
Yeah, it's probably more expensive to park at the Rams Stadium than to go to the game. You can't. Sometimes I show out at McDonald's a combo meal.
Heard that.
Yeah, if I get a milkshake with it,
especially Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's. Yeah. That's like high quality.
It's cheaper to go to Rams games than to eat at Wendy's.
It's actually the same price to go to Cookout and get a burger, a quesadilla, and a corn dog, or go to a Rams game.
Or go to a Rams game. If I had to choose,
I'd probably do Cookout. Yep. If you guys are in LA listening, head out to the Rams game next week. Tell us how much your ticket was, and
yeah, send us your ticket. We'll refund you $6.
We will pay for you to go to a Rams game. That's on air. One person only.
Reach us out at Laces or Faces on Instagram.
DM me, slide in. But so we wanted to do, week 1, football's back, y'all. We were stoked. So we want to do some bold picks for week 1. Woody's going to do the AFC since he's, Steelers homer. I'll do the NFC. Who you got?
Here's my bold pick for since it's week 1. Patriots aren't going to make it to the playoffs.
Ouch.
Yeah, watch out, people.
They're going to win the division?
They'll maybe, I don't know. Jay Cutler might show up this year.
That would be awesome.
That's my second bold pick.
If they straight up didn't even make the wild, oh man, that'd be amazing. Okay, my bold pick for the NFC. I didn't get to watch all the games, just the highlights, but I think the worst team in the NFC could seriously be the Cardinals this year.
Larry Fitz, though.
He dropped one that could have been a touchdown. And then with Johnson being hurt, David, I saw they might bring Chris Johnson back. I'm afraid Arians is drinking more paint. Like, I don't know. They look terrible, bro. And then I also saw, which I was really happy to see, the Bears almost beat the Falcons. Falcons came through and won, but you almost lost to Mike Glennon.
Maybe the Falcons won't make it to the playoffs.
That would be amazing. Neither the Pats or the Falcons. That would be great. We did, see some amazing athletic plays this week.
Just one last night. That was probably the best play of the weekend.
That probably was the best play of the weekend. It made me sick that it was the Cowgirls, but
Sleazy Beasley.
Sleazy Beasley.
With that behind the back head nameplate catch.
Oh man, that was pretty impressive, not gonna lie. I did watch the Titans Raiders game, and Adoree Jackson straight up hurdled the Raiders' new kicker. Like, he was almost standing straight up.
He pulled the Y, or if you're a PlayStation, a triangle.
Oh, gross! Apparently, he was a top high jumper in college. So good for you.
Of course, I'm sure Tony Romo told us about that one.
He did. He knew that. It was just he had it on lock.
Which I wish I watched more of the Titans game so I could hear Tony's sweet voice.
I know you reminded me of that yesterday, and I didn't even think about it being Tony, but it made sense.
That means he's good. If you didn't even think it was him,
I think it means he's good. But I also think.
Jim Nance is just going to overshadow anything he does. So you're like, oh, there's just some other guy.
And there was 3 or 4 comments that I was like, what the hell? And then, but I just played it off as, oh, these announcers are dumb. Not thinking, oh, this is Tony.
I did notice that they put Phil Simms in the studio. So I guess he's farting in front of all those guys now.
He can air out a little more up there.
Yeah.
He's not wafting it in their face. Jackson hurdled the Raiders' new kicker, some Italian kid. So foreign kickers taking over the NFL guys, but
I did love the fact that Dadekowski he's hoodwinked the Raiders into like $3 million guaranteed
to sit on the
sideline for this year.
He looked pissed though, man. Oh, man. It was perfect because the cameraman this Italian kid hit like a 52-yard. He hit 2 52-yarders, and immediately after he makes it, I swear they went straight to Dadekowski. He just bawled pissed. So Phil
just being a Raider.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him. Not really.
Well. And the Raiders, I mean, I like the Raiders, and they were,
they deserve a comeback, I guess.
They do, but I got one question is does Derek Carr wear eyeliner?
Yeah, he does. It's to go along with like the Raiders theme, you know. They're
and
like
fake eyelashes.
Yeah, he does.
It's all about dressing up if you're a Raiders.
Well, when he got that big contract, I think he got like the tattoo.
Oh yeah, good call. Yeah. He could afford that now.
Right. So he played pretty well though. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are thinking Raiders are gonna maybe fight the Patriots for the best AFC team.
Well, the Patriots aren't making it to the playoffs.
That's right. The Patriots aren't going to make the playoffs. But the Raiders did look good. Derek Carr played well. I don't know. He's not going to get my favorite quarterback of the week, best quarterback of the week. It's actually a duo of it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. Not
on the same team.
You know, yeah, down for the count in Houston, you know. The first, you know, Bill was like, I don't want the Jags to like see all our cards, so I'm going to throw out Savage in the first half.
Idea.
He got like 2 stripped fumbles, whatever, maybe 1 pick. Then he said, you know what? Let's put in Watson for the second half. They looked extremely better, so it makes sense. You know, why would I not start Watson? But he said he's going to stick with Savage. So,
you know, I don't have a favorite quarterback of the week, but I got the worst quarterback of the week.
Jay Cutler.
No, he hasn't even played yet. We don't even know.
Oh, I just assumed he didn't.
Yeah, that's true. Andy Buckshot Dalton.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Bengals are turning on him. 3
interceptions.
Ooh.
He got pelted by the fans. Yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah, I love how like NFL players, when they have a bad game, they get to go pout and like leave early. They're like, oh, I got turf toe. I'm gonna need to go to the locker room
and get things thrown at them as they try to leave the field.
Right. At least it wasn't a dildo.
That's true.
Yeah. Poor Bengals fans. I know Woody over here feels real bad for you.
I know. Sorry.
They weren't the most pissed off fans though, because
that's true.
The Redskins we're not racist. That's the name of the team.
Yeah. We're sorry for that.
They were getting in some fights up in Philly, right?
No, they were in Washington, but they got beat so bad by Philly they turned into Philadelphia fans. So they just started wailing on each other.
So it was like osmosis. They just were being around all those tough Philly guys.
Exactly. And it's on the Instagram, but you gotta watch the video because the guy's like, "Hey guys, you're teammates. You're teammates." And they're like, "They don't play football."
I just bought this jersey. I'm not actually Jordan Reed.
Oh,
that's awesome. Poor guys. Yeah, Kirk Cousins' contract woes, huh?
Worth it. Totally worth it.
Worth it, guys. So you know who is worth it though?
Who dat?
Our listeners, and especially the ones that go and leave an iTunes review.
All right, it's time for the iTunes review shout out.
Help us climb up the ranks as we bow down to Apple Podcast Network.
All right, reviews for this week. We've got Jimmy Footballs.
Oh, good guy. I know him personally, actually.
Todd with a period.
Todd with a period? Oh, yeah. What'd he say?
He said, "These bros internet a lot." Hashtag Reddit.
Yes. A good one from the Meowster. He says he's on board pretty early, too.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, this was last Thursday, so you know he's been listening. He said, "This is what I want to hear about football. Screw the stats. Let's hear about the real talk."
Amen.
You know we're real talk here, bro.
That's it.
I really like this title. It's 3 dashes by Team Football. These guys are big dogs. Jump on the train now before they get hoosh. I mean, I could go on and on, guys. It's really, here's a long one. 6 hours ago, so this is hot off the presses. Car Ride Euphoria by Phenomenon. Oh, I know who that is. I know you're listening.
He plays the internet.
He does. He said, "I'm not one that frequently podcast, but these guys have something special. I keep coming back for more. Laces or Faces has a laid-back, humorous approach to the game of pigskin. A sport at times we take too seriously.
Whoa.
Premium work. I like their dog-eat-dog approach in a world of podcast." Thanks, bro. You know I can pick you off in flag football when you come back. But
I also like shout out to Vin Young.
That's Vince Young's.
His younger brother.
Well, no, he did like when he was in college. He like wrote to someone in China, like letter pals. Yeah, so that's who that is.
I see. And then Shanks TN.
Shanks TM. Thanks, guys. Like we said earlier, you know, give us a review. It helps us climb the ranks. If you enjoy it, if you hate it.
Yeah, because we're tired of putting the lotion on for Buffalo Bill, who owns this iTunes Apple Podcast review.
Exactly.
Keeping us in the basement.
If I tell you what, guys, personally, if you leave me a review, I'll buy you a Rams ticket.
Well, that's it for this week.
All right, dog. Where can we find us on the socials?
At Laces or Faces on Twitter, on Instagram, and you can find us on Facebook at /Laces or Faces.
Updated. So this week, I had a good friend, Jay Elliott, in town. He's a big listener to the show. Actually, he'll probably never listen again. But We went downtown. We went to Headquarters. It's like an arcade bar. Have you ever been?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good hang. But unknowing to us, it was the Raiders bar this weekend as they played the Tennessee Titties. I was going to play a game of NBA Jams, and this Raiders guy came up. He had a skull mask on, and I was the Knicks. I was Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley, but he took his mask off to play me, and you guys already know who it was. It was Jeff Fisher. He lost to me in NBA Jam, but I did talk to him about coming on, so... I don't know if I told you this, but we might have to get him a Rams ticket.
I don't know if we can afford that. We're not a water boy yet.
I know. He said we'll have to work out travel arrangements, but he did say he really misses football. That's why he was wearing. He wanted to go to a game, but he had to wear a Raiders.
Yeah, to sneak into Titans Stadium.
Right. Too many autographs, So yeah, he said he'll be on next week. I know I said he was going to be here this week, but something came up. I think he said he had to mow the lawn or something like that. But stay tuned because we will interview him next week.